Top 10 Poorest Asian Countries. Hello Explorers, welcome back to another exciting video presented to you by The Explorer, and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall be taking you to the most populated continent in the world, and we shall be counting down the top 10 poorest countries on the continent of Asia. Asia is the Earth's largest and most populous continent, located primarily in the eastern and northern hemispheres. Asia covers an area of 44,579,000 km square, about 30% of Earth's total land area and 8.7% of the Earth's total surface area. It has 4.5 billion people as per recent estimate. Hence, Asia constitutes roughly 60% of the world's population, more than all other continents combined. This video on the top 10 poorest countries in Asia will be based on the GDP per capita of each country. GDP per capita is the value of all final goods and services produced within a nation in a given year converted at market exchange rates to current US dollars, divided by the total population for the same year. GDP per capita is a good measurement of a country's standard of living, as one with a low GDP per capita is considered poorer than one with a higher GDP per capita. If you are new here, welcome! Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Asia is made up of 48 countries, as well as 6 known UN states and 6 dependent territories. But here are the top 10 poorest countries in Asia based on the gross domestic product nominal per capita of these countries. Number 10. Cambodia. GDP per capita $1,621. Cambodia is a country located in the southern portion of the Indo-china peninsula in Southeast Asia, with an area of 181,035 km square, bordered by Thailand to the northwest, Laos to the northeast, Vietnam to the east, and the Gulf of Thailand to the southwest. The economy of Cambodia currently follows an open market system and has seen rapid economic progress in the last decade, but per capita income, although rapidly increasing, is low compared with the most neighboring countries. Cambodia's two largest industries are textiles and tourism, while agricultural activities remain the main source of income for Cambodians living in rural areas. The service sector is heavily concentrated on trading activities and catering-related services. Recently, Cambodia has reported that oil and natural gas reserves have been found offshore. The sovereign state of Cambodia has a population of over 17 million people and has a GDP of $26.730 billion and a GDP per capita of $1,621. Number 9. Pakistan. GDP per capita $1,357. Pakistan, officially the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, is a country in South Asia. It is the world's 5th most populous country with a population exceeding 212.2 million and an area spanning 881,913 km square. It is bordered by India to the east, Afghanistan to the west, Iran to the southwest, and China to the northeast. Pakistan has a nominal GDP per capita of $1,357, which ranks 8th position in Asia and giving it a PPP GDP per capita of $5,839 in 2019, which ranks 132nd in the world for 2019. However, Pakistan's undocumented economy is estimated to be 36% of its overall economy, which is not taken into consideration when calculating per capita income. The economy is semi-industrialized, with centers of growth along the Indus River, with primary export commodities including textiles, leather goods, sports goods, chemicals, carpets, and medical instruments. Number 8. Kyrgyzstan. GDP per capita $1,293. Kyrgyzstan is a landlocked country with mountainous terrain in Central Asia, bordered by Kazakhstan to the north, Uzbekistan to the west and southwest, Tajikistan to the southeast, and China to the east. Its capital and largest city is Bishkek. With a land area of 199,951 km square and a population of about 6.4 million people, it is the 7th poorest country in Asia. The economy of Kyrgyzstan is heavily dependent on the agricultural sector. Cotton, tobacco, wool, and meat are the main agricultural products, although only tobacco and cotton are exported in any quantity. According to Healy Consultant, Kyrgyzstan's economy relies heavily on the strength of industrial exports with plentiful reserves of gold, mercury, and uranium. The economy also relies heavily on remittances from foreign workers, and its GDP is estimated at $8.261 billion, while GDP per capita is $1,293. Number 7. Syria. GDP per capita $1,292. Syria is a country in Western Asia, bordering Lebanon to the southwest, the Mediterranean Sea to the west, Turkey to the north, Iraq to the east, Jordan to the south, and Israel to the southwest. A country of fertile plains, high mountains, and deserts, Syria is home to diverse ethnic and religious groups, including Syrian Arabs, Kurds, Turkmens, Assyrians, Armenians, Circassians, Mandaeans, and Greeks. With a population of about 17 million people, spread over 185,180 kilometers square of land, Syria has been plagued with wars over the years, which has left the country as one of the poorest in Asia, despite its natural resources. Before the civil war, the two main pillars of the Syrian economy were agriculture and oil, which together accounted for about one-half of GDP. Agriculture, for instance, accounted for about 26% of GDP and employed 25% of the total labor force. Today, Syria has an ever-falling nominal GDP, lastly estimated at $22 billion and a GDP per capita of $1,292. Number 6. Myanmar. GDP per capita $1,245. Myanmar is a country in the Southeast Asia, bordered by Bangladesh and India to its northwest, China to its northeast, Laos and Thailand to its east and southeast, and the Andaman Sea and the Bay of Bengal to its south and southwest. With a size of 676,578 kilometers square, Myanmar is the largest of the mainland Southeast Asian states by area, with a population of about 56.7 million people. Myanmar has been a member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, since 1997. The economy of Myanmar is an emerging economy with a nominal GDP of $355 billion, in an estimated purchasing power adjusted GDP of $327.629 billion and $1,245 in nominal per capita. Number 5. Uzbekistan. GDP per capita $1,238. Uzbekistan is a country in Central Asia bordered by 5 landlocked countries: Kazakhstan to the north, Kyrgyzstan to the northeast, Tajikistan to the southeast, Afghanistan to the south, and Turkmenistan to the southwest. Since independence, the economy of Uzbekistan continues to exist as a Soviet-style command economy, with slow transformation to market economy. The progress of governmental economic policy reforms have been cautious, but cumulatively, Uzbekistan has shown respectable achievements. With a population of about 34 million people spread over 448,978 kilometers square of land, its economy is based on natural resources, bringing in an estimated nominal GDP of $49.119 billion and a GDP per capita of $1,238. Number 4. Nepal. GDP per capita $1,048. Nepal, officially the Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, is a landlocked country in South Asia. With an estimated population of 26.4 million, Nepal has a diverse geography, including fertile plains, subalpine forested hills, and 8 of the world's 10 tallest mountains, including Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth. Economic development in Nepal has been complicated and affected by the constant change in political scenarios, which has ranged from monarchy to being ruled by the Communist Party in 2019. An isolated agrarian society until the mid-20th century, Nepal entered the modern era in 1951 without schools, hospitals, roads, telecommunications, electric power, industry, or civil service. The country has, however, made progress towards sustainable economic growth since the 1950s and opened the country to economic liberalization, leading to economic growth and improvement in living standards when compared to the past. The biggest challenges faced by the country in achieving higher economic development are the frequent changes in political leadership as well as corruption. With an economy based on agriculture and natural resources, Nepal has a nominal GDP of $29.813 billion and a GDP per capita of $1,048. Number 3. Yemen. GDP per capita $895. Yemen is a country at the southern end of Arabian Peninsula in Western Asia. It is the second largest Arab sovereign state in the peninsula, occupying 527,970 kilometers square, with a population of about 28.6 million. It is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the north, the Red Sea to the west, the Gulf of Thailand and Guadalquivir Channel to the south, Oman and the Arabian Sea to the east. The economy of Yemen is one of the poorest and least developed in the world. At the time of unification, South Yemen and North Yemen had vastly different but equally struggling underdeveloped economic systems. Since unification, the economy has been forced to sustain the consequences of Yemen's support for Iraq during the 1990-91 Persian Gulf War. With an economy mainly fueled by micro-industries, Yemen has a nominal GDP of $69.439 billion and a GDP per capita of $895. Number 2. Tajikistan. GDP per capita $877. Tajikistan is a mountainous landlocked country in Central Asia with an area of 143,100 kilometers square and an estimated population of 9.3 million people. It is bordered by Afghanistan to the south, Uzbekistan to the west, Kyrgyzstan to the north, and China to the east. The traditional homelands to the Tajik people include present-day Tajikistan, as well as parts of Afghanistan and Uzbekistan. Since independence, Tajikistan has gradually followed the path of transition economy, reforming its economic policies. With foreign revenue precariously dependent upon exports of cotton and aluminium, the economy is highly vulnerable to external shocks. Tajikistan has a nominal GDP of $8.152 billion and a GDP per capita of $877, making it the second poorest Asian country. Number 1. Afghanistan. GDP per capita $601. Afghanistan, officially the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, is a landlocked country situated at the confluence of Western, Central and Southern Asia. Afghanistan is bordered by Pakistan to the east and south, Iran to the west, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan to the north, and China to the northeast. Occupying 652,000 kilometers square, and the population is 32 million. It is currently the poorest country in Asia, possibly due to the ongoing war in the country, which has led to a constant fall in not only its population, but also the population's standard of living. The nation's GDP stands at about $70 billion, with an exchange rate of $18,734 million, and a GDP per capita of about $601. It imports over $6 billion worth of goods, but exports nearly $1 billion only, which are mainly fruits and nuts. Despite holding over $1 trillion in proven untapped mineral deposits, Afghanistan remains one of the least developed countries in the world. Its unemployment rate is 23.9% and about 54.5% of its population lives below the poverty line. Many of the unemployed men join the foreign-funded militant groups or the world of crime, particularly as smugglers. The Afghan government has long been pleading for foreign investment in order to improve Afghanistan's economy, and we hope the luck of this nation turns around soon. There you have it, explorers. Those were the top 10 poorest countries in Asia. Thanks for watching this video. If you want us to cover any of your top 10 topics, leave a suggestion in the comment section and we will do well to grant your request. Also, if you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.